This video is going to detail some easy to follow ways to increase the speed that it takes for your homepage to load in your and your visitors' browsers. Now, if your blog posts contain images, and a lot of them do, then the first thing you want to consider is optimizing those images that are currently on your site. Ideally, you want to optimize these images before you upload them to your site, but we still need to take care of those that are already on your site. Now, when I say optimize images, I mean reduce the file size and reduce the dimensions. Now, those two items can be done with the help of a couple of different plugins. One being WP Smush will reduce the file size, and another one, Resize Image After Upload, will reduce the file dimensions. So if, for example, you're uploading images from a smartphone or a digital camera, then that file size is going to be huge, maybe as much as 3 or 4 megabytes. The file dimensions are also going to be huge. That could be 3,000 or 4,000 pixels wide. Well, that's going to be viewed in a possibly 600 pixel wide content area. So you're asking your browser to do a whole lot of extra work that it shouldn't have to. Again, optimize those images before you upload them, but for those that are being auto-uploaded from digital cameras or from smartphones or those that are already on your site, these are two plugins you should check into. Now, one thing I need to say though, as far as this plugin is concerned, Resize Image After Upload, be sure and read some of the stuff about this first to make sure that your WordPress site can do this. For example, you'll have to have some adjustments made, more than likely, to your php.ini file that's on your server. So if you're not sure about any of this stuff, read it over, contact your web hosting service, and let them know what you're trying to do, and they should be able to tackle that stuff for you. So now that we've got our images optimized, the next thing that we want to take care of is the number of posts that are actually being displayed on your homepage. By default, there's 10. Now then, if each one of your posts have a lot of images, a lot of videos, a lot of text, then you can tell by this scrolly bar over here that there's a whole lot going on here. All this stuff has to be loaded into the browser first. So let's go ahead and minimize that by cutting that default number of posts that are being displayed from 10 down to maybe 3 or 4. We do that by going into our dashboard area, coming over to Settings, and clicking on Reading, and blog pages show at most 10 posts. We'll change that to 3. And keep an eye on that scrolly bar over here on the right. Come on down here, click on Save Changes. Come on back to our home page. You see how small that is? Let's refresh. And it wasn't a huge increase, but it definitely helped out. Now then, we've gone from 10 posts to 3 posts. Now each one of these posts, sorry, didn't want to make you dizzy there, but each one of these posts have a lot of content, have a lot of images, a lot of text, maybe some videos. Let's cut that down, again, just on the home page, to just a few paragraphs and maybe an image, or just a few paragraphs and maybe a video. And we want to use what's called the More tag to cut this off at a part in the post where it will be enticing to the reader to check out the rest of the post. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and check out the post for that working squirrel. And this is kind of like the idea behind TV series that end at what's called a cliffhanger, something that will entice you to come back next week to see what happened to the person at the end of last week's episode. So let's say that in amongst this gibberish, that right here is a good place for that cliffhanger, if you will. Put the cursor right there, come on up here into the formatting tools and click on Insert Read More tag. Right there it is. Come on back up here and click on Update. Now imagine that we've done this to all of our posts. Come on back to our home page and refresh, and don't forget, check out our scrolly bar over there. Major increase. Now if we did that to all of our posts, then we're only going to have this much showing of each post. And on the home page, we have what's called the Continue Reading tag. Just click on that to continue reading the rest of that particular post on the post page, not on the home page. So just a quick recap. We've optimized all of our images. We've reduced the number of posts that actually show up on the home page from 10 to a much smaller number. And we've reduced the amount of content on each one of those posts that are on the home page from the entire post to just a little bit of that post by using the More tag. And lastly, you might consider the overall design of your site or theme. I mean, if you've got a whole lot of stuff going on in the sidebars and pop-ups and flyouts and other gizmos that you're trying to use to try to gather leads or opt-ins or sell affiliate products or AdSense ads, well, you might take a long, hard look at scaling those things back, at least on the homepage. Well, that's going to bring us to the end of this video on optimizing your WordPress homepage. Thanks for watching, and you have a great day.